Hello everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Becca and today I have my September unboxings for you guys. I'm currently in, where is my fringe? I bet you didn't even recognize me in the thumbnail, did you? I'm currently in the middle of packing fall, autumn candle orders and also Patreon bookmarks, and I need a little bit of serotonin, so we're filming an unboxing of all of my September subscription boxes. So we have the usual suspects. I have 4 to open up for you guys today. We have the adult Fairyloot, which I pay for, the young adult monthly Fairyloot box, which is a rep package from Fairyloot. Thank you so much to Fairyloot for sending this to open up for you guys. Fairyloot are a UK based young adult fantasy monthly subscription box where you get like a brand new book in an exclusive hardback edition and a selection of bookish goodies. And then my second rep package, as we all know, is from the wonderful Illumicrate. This is their standard monthly box. Thank you so much to Illumicrate as always for sending me this box to show to you guys. This is once again a UK based subscription box. They are young adults and adults. They're mainly fantasy and sci-fi, but sometimes you have like a little bit of horror in here as well. And like with Fairyloot, you get a brand new exclusive hardback edition and a selection of bookish goodies. Now if you do want to get your hands on an Illumicrate after watching this video, I do have a discount code. My code is Becca5 and that will get you a discount on a 3 or 6 month subscription. And then the last one I have to open for you guys is my Goldsboro Science Fiction and Fantasy Fellowship. This one is a book only subscription where you get a fantasy or science fiction book every month that is a signed and numbered first edition. So I think today we'll start with the actual boxes and then we'll move on to the book only subs. So kicking it off with Illumicrate, I gotta say this one is a heavy box and I don't know if it's this. Yeah, it is this one, isn't it? I think that the book, is it called like the Book Devourers or something? And I think that it is, this one's a little bit of a horror box maybe, or is this the one that has no like fandom specific items? They're all generic. The theme for this month is the Book Devourers. Here are the spoilers if you guys would like to pause and take a look. And next month's theme is From Beyond Death. For fans of Ninth House, Strange the Dreamer, In the Ravenous Dark, and there is also a Greek mythology item, the collectible teacup and saucer, in next month as well. This is what we got. It's well packed. I'm going to start off with this fabric item on the top, which seems to be, oh, I love these. These are, oh, pretty little like book bags. So you can fit about 6 or 7 hardbacks in here. This is the 3rd one that they've included in a box. And I really like them because anything that holds more books is a win with me. I love the colour palette on this as well. And the quote on here says, "Where is human nature so weak as in the bookstore?" Which is nothing if not very accurate. This is a ceramic plate and so is this. I'm intrigued. It's just a side plate. Oh my god. I love it. Am I ever going to use it? Because obviously if I break it then that's bad news bears. Oh, this one's really pretty. These are my new favourite Illumicrate items. I am obsessed. I'm so happy that they included 2 as well. We also have this, which I'm going to go out on a limb and say could be one of their ceramic book pots, which I think I have all of them and I am a big fan of them as items. This one is an archive of great libraries. It's a gorgeous like red but slightly raspberry colour, and the back says journey through our greatest collections of knowledge, and the spine says Alexandria, Saraswati Mahal, probably pronouncing that very badly, and Bodleian. I don't know, I'm running out of space for these. I really like them and they look cool next to each other, but oh, I could just slide it. This table is getting so cluttered. But there we go, I've slid it just in back there. I need to move some of this stuff. It doesn't all need to be here. Oh, this is cool. The last item in here are these reading prompt cards. Look at the backs on them as well. That is so cool. Just gonna give them a shuffle and we'll see what prompt we get. I'm mood reading for the rest of my life, or for the rest of the year at least, which I could incorporate these into my mood reading. So top one is a book you bought for the cover. Quite a few of those. What's this one? A book set in a country that's not your own, a book with natural elements on the cover, book with a colour in the title, a book with these are, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of these and I really love the backs of them. I think they're really pretty. Moving on to the book, which I do think has been spoiled for because I'm pretty sure somebody posted a picture and said they were currently reading it and I noticed that it was not the standard edition, so we shall see. Yeah, I have. Oh, I really love how it feels. But the September Illumicrate book is The Book Eaters, not the Book Devourers, by Sonia Dean. Yeah, I've definitely seen this one before with the silver foiling, but I will put the original cover, like overlay over the top so that you guys can see the difference. This one, I believe, oh, those edges. I haven't been spoiled for the edges. I believe that this is a standalone horror, and the back of it says, once there was a mother who fed on stories and would do anything to survive. We have, oh God, look at that naked hardcover. This is a stunning edition, and also a beautiful box from Illumicrate. The synopsis on this, because I haven't actually looked it up. Hidden across England and Scotland live 6 old book eater families. The last of their lines, they exist on the fringes of society and subsist on a diet of stories and legends. Children are rare and their numbers have dwindled, so when Devon Fairweather's second child is born a dreaded mind-eater, a perversion of her own kind who consumes not stories but the minds and souls of humans, she flees before he can be turned into a weapon for the family, or worse. Living among humans and finding prey for her son, Devon seeks a cure for his hunger, but time is running out, for her family want her back, and with every soul her son consumes, he loses a little more of himself. This is a story of escape, a mother's savage devotion, and a queer love that will electrify readers looking for something beguiling, thrilling, strange, and new. Sounds amazing, and a gorgeous edition. I don't know if the end papers are exclusive, but they certainly are pretty, and as usual, this is also signed by the author. So this is probably one of my favorite Illumicrates ever. I love every item. I love every item. Every item, I mean, these are new items, the plates, but every item is a particular favorite item of mine. Like, I love kitchenware. I love the book bags. I really like the ceramic pots, and I think these are really cool. So yeah, let me know down in the comments, as always, what your favorite item is. I love all of them. If I had to pick a favorite, probably the plates, but I love all of them. Let me move. I don't know where to put anything. I usually film unboxings on the floor, but I thought I'd be adventurous and try and do it here, and I regret everything because I have absolutely no space to put anything. Okay, moving on to the Fairyloot. Once again, thank you Fairyloot for sending this to me. I think I have forgotten what the theme etc for this is, so it will be a big old surprise. The book is on top. That's strange, the book's never on top, so we're going to take that out for a little while, because obviously we always do the book last year. Is this the spoiler card right at the bottom? Yes. Oh, our theme for this month is Farewell My Love. How dramatic. And here are the spoilers if you'd like to pause and take a little look-see. But I, as usual, will be going in blind and trying not to knock my tripod. Yeah, that's what I said. So the first thing we have, I can very clearly see, is a blanket. It is inspired by 6 Crimson Cranes. Brie will be happy because she gets, and Hamilton as well actually, they get all of my book blankets because I love them. I think they're gorgeous, but I like a bigger blanket for myself, you know, like I want a blanket that's going to wrap around my body 9 times. But which way does this go? Oh, it's gorgeous. Is it this way? I honestly, yes, right? It's this way, right? It's pretty. You can see that it's pretty, right? Does it go this way? Why can't I tell? There's never a good way to show a blanket in a video, but it's pretty. It will be used. I didn't do the smart thing and like cross clip my hair. Oh, it just keeps escaping. Oh, a tea tin. And as you all know, I am a big tree drinker. I'm a big tea drinker these days. So the quote on here is from Adeline Grace. It says, "Death was her poison and all she wanted was to consume more." These are tins that you put your loose leaf tea in. Self-explanatory. I will use them because I've started obsessively collecting tea. We then have these, which is, I believe, a box of coasters. These are poisonous flower coasters, so probably very pretty. They are, I will say, not my vibe, but unarguably very beautiful. Ooh. We have a cardon, a trinket tray, which I think is, yeah, this is the last proper item. I do really like the Fairyloot trinket trays. I have a few dotted around. This one, I'm not a fan of Holly Black. I don't think I'll ever read the Cruel Prince, but this one does match the rest of them. And I do really like the design on the trinket trays. So just before we get to the book, in every Fairyloot there are 2 tarot cards. The idea being that when you have all of them, you will have a full deck of tarot. Today we have some very, I keep thinking this one's the wrong way around. We have Death and the Hanged Man. Love the art style and the colour palette on these. And the characters on these cards are from Belladonna by Adeline Grace, which, thinking about it, is that going to be what the book is? Because I can picture that book in my mind, but I'm pretty sure I don't own it. And I'm assuming that it's a Fairyloot book because of the, like, Adeline Grace being on multiple items in this box. So I guess we're gonna find out anyway. In the magic bag, we have bookmark of the month with the spoiler card art on, and of course the monthly fairy scoop. Next month's Fairyloot is, oh my god, it's Sell Your Soul. I'm really excited for that theme. And that is for fans of Once Upon a Broken Heart, Howl's Moving Castle, which I love, The Raven Boys, and it will also have an extra paperback book in it along with the regular old hardback. So and I nearly forgot, we also have a letter from the author on the back of this really, really pretty art. Finally, Fairyloot's book for September is, I think it might be Belladonna. Yes, by Adeline Grace, which this is definitely an exclusive cover. I think that the original cover is lighter. I will overlay it over the top so that you guys can see the difference, but we have stenciled edges on here. Gorgeous end pages are different on both sides. I read a book, I feel like I've read a book by Adeline Grace before and I didn't like it. Yes, All the Stars and Teeth. I hated that book. Oh no. Oh my god, it's so pretty under the dust jacket as well. I didn't hate All the Stars and Teeth. It was just very meh to me, but I did find the ending intriguing, and I really love the naked hardcover of this. It's gorgeous. So on the back of this it says, "Your name is no curse, little bird, I just like the taste of it." And the synopsis inside the dust jacket says, "For as long as Signa Farrow has been alive, the people in her life have fallen like stars. Orphaned as a baby, 19-year-old Signa has been raised by a string of guardians, each more interested in her wealth than her well-being, and each has met with an untimely end. Her remaining relatives are the elusive Hawthorns, an eccentric family living at Thorn Grove, an estate both glittering and gloomy. Patriarch mourns his late wife through wild parties, while his son grapples for control of the family's waning reputation, and his daughter suffers from a mysterious illness. But when her mother's restless spirit reappears claiming she was poisoned, Signa realizes that the family she depends on could be in grave danger, and enlists the help of a surly stable boy to hunt down the killer." This sounds a lot like All the Stars and Teeth, but in a different setting. Signa's best chance of uncovering the murderer, though, is an alliance with Death himself, a fascinating, dangerous shadow who has never been far from her side. Though he's made her life a living hell, Death shows Signa that their growing connections may be more powerful and more irresistible than she ever dared to imagine. The synopsis sounds interesting. It is also signed, but I have previously not liked Adeline Grace, so we'll see. I will give it a try. Okay, so a solid Fairyloot box, I want to say. My favorite item, we're gonna go with the tea tin or the blanket, both of which I will definitely use. So moving on to the adult Fairyloot, this one is a book only subscription where you get an adult fantasy book every single month. I actually know what the book is, and it is one that I wouldn't have been interested in if I hadn't read the synopsis because of something else and then decided that I actually am really intrigued by this. I know that the author is an author who's previously written young adult, so I'm not sure how the writing's gonna be. You know how it be. But I hope that I enjoy it because the synopsis sounds really, really good. And the theme of this box is small town secrets, and the book is oh, that edging. It's Spells for Forgetting by Adrian Young. I will overlay, as always, the cover across the top. This one is slightly different. There's just a little bit more color in it. I think the original matches this, but look at those laser printed edges. We also have a book plate in this one, custom end pages that are they different? They are. Hello. As you can tell, this one is romancy, which is why I'm hyped to read it. And then we do also have foiling under the dust jacket as well. So what's this on this one? Sounds very haunting and romantic. It says, "Emery Blackwood's life was forever changed on the eve of her high school graduation when the love of her life, August Salt, was accused of murdering her best friend Lily. She'd once dreamt of running away with August, eager to escape the misty remote shores of Saoirse Island and chase new dreams together. Now she's doing what her teenage self swore she never would, living a quiet existence among this tight-knit community steeped in folklore and tradition, ruled by the seasons and ancient superstitions. But when August returns after 14 years to bury his mother's ashes, Emery must confront her first love and the reason he left so abruptly. But the town wants August gone again, and as the island begins to show signs of strange happenings, the emergence of deep betrayals and hidden promises threatens to reveal the truth behind Lily's death once and for all. And then the bottom says, from New York Times bestselling author of Fable, Spells for Forgetting is an evocative, compelling novel of lost love and the unraveling of a small town and its many secrets. So I would have previously been turned off by the author, but the synopsis sounds very, very interesting to me, so I'm really excited about this one. I really like the edition as well. And then finally, our last book box of September is the Goldsboro one. All of the Goldsboro books are announced ahead of time, so at some point I will have known what this book is. Alas, I no longer remember. So let's have a little look see. I'm currently actually in the middle of the installment of Is the Goldsboro Science Fiction and Fantasy Fellowship Worth My Money series that I make, and you know, considering how bad the last installment was, this one's okay. I can't tell you much more than that right now, but it's not terrible is what I can say. So, oh god, I love how much bubble wrap Goldsboro use, because honestly I've just run out of bubble wrap, which is another reason that I wanted to film this video, because I could really do with all of this. Oh, this one is Mindwalker by Kate Dillon. We just have a solid braid edge on this one, and ooh, foiling under the dust jacket. It is, oh, number 396. That's very, very low. So this is one that I kind of saw announced and was like, meh. It could go either way. I've never heard of it or this author. I feel like it might be young adult, although I don't know for sure, so definitely don't quote me on that. But yeah, let's read the synopsis and then we'll decide how I feel about it. 18-year-old Syl Sarah is determined to die a legend, but with only 12 months left before the supercomputer grafted to her brain kills her, her time is quickly running out. In the 10 years Syl has been rescuing field agents for the Syntax Corporation by commandeering their minds from afar and leading them to safety, Syl hasn't lost a single life, and she's not about to start now. But when a critical mission goes south, Syl is forced to flee the very company she once called home. Desperate to prove she's no traitor, Syl infiltrates the Analog Army, an activist faction working to bring Syntax down. Her plan is to win back her company's trust by destroying the group from within. Instead, she and the army's reckless leader Ryder uncover a horrifying truth that threatens to undo all the good Syl's ever done. With her tech rapidly degrading and her new ally keeping dangerous secrets of his own, Syl must find a way to stop Syntax in order to save her friends, her reputation, and maybe even herself. Yeah, I feel the same way as I did when I found out that the book for September was going to be this. It's tech sci-fi. I do really like sci-fi, although I don't read as much of it as I feel like I should, because when I do read it, I love it so much. So I might like it, I might not. Sometimes sci-fi just completely turns me off, but yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this one. I just feel very ambivalent towards it right now, so we'll see when I get around to reading it how that continues to play out. Can we just appreciate actually the color palette of the September books? We're very like muted and very cool toned, which is a color palette that I can definitely get behind. So those are all of my September unboxings. Thank you very much to Illumicrate and Fairyloot for sending me boxes to open in this video. If you would like to check out any of the boxes that I have mentioned today, in my description box you will find all of their websites, all of their social media, and also any discount codes that I may have. But aside from that, guys, please of course let me know down in the comments what your favorite item from each of the boxes was and which of these books sounds most interesting to you. But aside from that, please don't forget to like if you liked it and subscribe if you wanna. If you head into my description box, you'll find links to my Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter if you'd like to follow me on any of those, as well as a link to my Bookish candle website, the Etsy for that, and a 10% off discount code. That's it from me today, guys. Bye!
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you'll go where nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.